Hit it.
Welcome back to another episode. Wait. What the heck? I'm acting like we haven't been gone for 2 days. Like, this is way more exciting. What the heck is up, you guys? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, guys. Welcome back. We are back.
Yes, with another episode of
We Shouldn't Have a Podcast, but we do. But we do. We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. And you're listening to it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh, it was a long, good weekend.
Yes, much needed for sure.
No, for real.
Much needed.
I didn't realize how much I needed it, even though we didn't stop moving for 5 days straight.
Yeah.
We still haven't stopped moving. It still was so good. So let me just give you a little update. I was going to say my whole family came in town. Almost my whole family. Everyone but my brother. He had to work. Came into town. So my 3 nieces, my sister, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and both my parents. And Lukey. And so we got to just have the best weekend ever. Like, honestly, I'm just so happy. I'm so filled up. I missed them so much.
Yeah.
I asked each of my nieces about 800 times if they were my baby, and they said yes, and it literally is going to carry me through the year.
We had a great weekend. I couldn't have asked for more. I'm still waiting for the coffee to kick in a little bit. I had a little late pick me up on the coffee, and I went to bed late last night, so
yeah,
I feel like I'm dragging a little bit.
No, you're good.
In all honesty.
It is. It's like a Monday. It's feeling like a Monday.
It does feel like a Monday. That's what it is. But I was excited to get back because the one thing we did have that we were paying attention to was that there was a lot of news that was coming out while we were like, we cannot wait to get back to
chit chat
the podcast to talk about it.
For sure. But I'm jealous of you that you have coffee. I'm choosing this for myself.
So when did you think of this whole thing that you were going to be fasting today?
Like yesterday, I thought, I should have fasted today, and so then I thought, I'll fast tomorrow. And that was about as deep as it went. And then I forgot about it until I was blow drying my hair, and my tummy started rumbling, and then I felt like I just felt it again that I should maybe fast today.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I know that there's a bunch of different types of fast, like biblical fast and
intermittent fasting.
Yeah, and like more like rigid fast.
Atkins diet.
Yeah.
South Beach diet.
This is not the South Beach diet.
Jenny Craig.
Anyway, so yeah, it's like I don't do it very formally. I literally just some days will just wake up and be like, I'm not going to eat.
Yeah.
And my goal with it is for the increase of like sensitivity to my spirit. Like anytime I get hungry, I think about the Lord, and I'm like, bro, I'm hungry. But it creates this dependency on him of like turning to him. And I'm telling you, the days that I fast, I am my most joyful, which is the opposite of what you would think. Like you would think that I'd be so grumpy and hungry.
I'd be an absolute nightmare to be around. An absolute nightmare.
Yeah. No, you would if you did it the way that I think you're thinking of doing it.
My whole thing is that I'm gonna let you finish what you're saying, and then I'll follow up.
Yeah, I was gonna say what I mean by that is I'm not just doing it just to like not eat for like a physical reason. I'm doing it to engage with my spirit.
For sure.
So if you were intentionally doing that, I think that you would have a different experience.
Yes, I agree, but I mean, the reasons why I can't. First and foremost.
Why are you a big strong?
But that's the perception, and that's the whole thing. Why I feel as if you're fasting, but the thing is that fasting isn't good for your body in the long run. That's not how you lose weight. I'm
not trying to do it to lose weight. That's what I'm saying.
You're doing
this
it just to feel
physical.
You're doing it just to feel better.
No, I'm doing it like to engage with my spirit.
Okay.
So like it's depriving your flesh and engaging with your spirit.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not great for your body, but I understand why you're doing it.
Sorry, I'm going to have to be chugging this a lot anytime
You're good. No, yeah. I mean, I hear why you're doing it. I think for your own personal reasons, yes, I hear why you're doing it.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the physicality of it. Like losing weight or
I got you. You just want a little boost.
Yeah, it just it really makes me so engaged with my spirit. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been like, cause the first time I ever heard about even any sort of fasting, because in the Lutheran church, this is going to get a little heavy for Wednesday at 7 a.m. In the Lutheran church, we were never taught about fasting. Yeah. So I would say Lutherans are, from a Christian standpoint, I would say that, it's more of a old school Christian in a way of, it's just like the service is very formal. It's very, you know what you're walking, you know what to expect. Like there isn't, it isn't like what we know of today as being like the church that has the
like super spirit
LEDs
driven.
I wouldn't say.
Oh, you're saying like
not super.
It's okay. Oh, sorry.
I'm saying more of just like an informal church where it's like, you wouldn't. Yeah. I just grew up like you wouldn't show up in a t-shirt and some jeans. Right. Now I don't agree with that. I always felt more. I wanted to come there and be comfortable. Right. But it was one of those things where, it was never like the fasting aspect of it, which maybe they did or didn't talk about, but I'd never remember that being a focal point until I got to Nashville. And then I heard about this whole fasting thing, and it did make sense. That was one of the only times I ever got sick when I was here. Yeah. But I think in the grand scheme of things, I understand it. Am I on that side of it? I'm 50-50.
It was also COVID. It was just like we got COVID.
We did.
Was that when we got COVID?
We were waking up at 6 a.m. My immune system was low. Why are you smiling?
Because we wake up at 6 a.m. now. That's why I'm smiling.
I'm saying, but we also go to bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We were going to bed at like midnight and waking up at 6. Going to bed midnight.
21 days of it is. Yeah.
We got sick in the first week sorry, in the last week of it.
Only like 4 days left.
I was on my deathbed. What? Were we not?
Yeah, honey, you were sick.
No, we were both.
This is just the funniest, like, it's the running joke for me of like big grown men.
I know, and I will tell you this. As a big grown man, as you just described me, us big grown men are tired of people disqualifying our feelings in the sense of that we get sick or whatever, and we get knocked down, and everyone goes, "Oh, you little weensy peensy pony."
I just had the same thing, so I'm going off my experience.
And I'm saying you were okay?
I'm just saying that when we're both sick, like you typically you have more needs. Oh, honey, man. Come on. We're not going to take things personal. We're sitting here.
I'm not taking it personal. I'm just telling you. I'm saying I'm speaking for every big guy that has ever got sick, flu, whatever. Though the number one thing we do not want to hear is, "Oh, you little weensy peensy pony man, you should have." Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
What accent is that?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't. I don't know.
You weensy.
It's like that's how I hear it.
I'm sorry that made you feel that way.
Yeah. But I'm telling you.
I hear you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! I hope you don't get sick anytime soon.
I hope so either, because I'm gonna have to take care of my dang self.
Oh my gosh! Have you ever?
Well, you're telling me it wasn't that bad. You're telling me that COVID stint wasn't that bad is crazy. As we were in the kitchen with our faces over Vicks in a pot for 10 days, stuck in the house.
I love you. Sorry that you went through that.
And you were in the bed like, I can't move.
That's what I was doing?
Yes.
Okay.
We account that time very differently for whatever reason.
But
I'm not ashamed to say.
Okay. Back to prayer and fasting though, like doing it for the first time, do you feel like you saw a change in your life, in your heart after that experience?
I'll be honest with you. I it made it hard for me to lock in.
Oh.
Like I hear what you're saying. For whatever reason, it made it hard for me to like get to that place of wanting to, or not wanting to, but just it made it made the task more difficult, like chasing God and being in that way, because it was like my body doesn't operate like that.
I think
like,
that's the whole point, is that like it's like depriving your body, because your body is of the world and like your spirit needs to be fed. So it's like it's like disciplining your body and telling your body, commanding your body to worship God and surrender to God, even though you might be sleepy. But sometimes like, and it
has nothing to do with being sleepy. I'm saying it has everything to do with, I guess, being hungry.
You weren't not eating, baby.
You said fasting.
I said, how was your experience with the 21 days of prayer and fasting? Did you feel like it like changed your heart? Did you see any change? Did you feel any impact? Like I walked away from that thinking that we both had a really great experience, but now I'm wondering if maybe not.
I mean, and we've done, now mind you, we did this 2 years ago, so it's hard for me to call on that experience. That was the only time I'd ever done it, but I'm saying it's hard for me to call on that specific experience because I'd never done it at any other point.
But you didn't actually like fast food.
Well, I did in the morning, so I did from
6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
No, from the time we got up until, it was probably at least till 10 o'clock.
Okay.
But it was great. The experience itself was great.
That's what I was wondering.
The experience. I thought you were talking about fasting in general.
No, just the whole experience. Did you feel like it impacted you at all? This is the last time I'm going to ask you, and then we're going to move on.
Yeah, I thought the experience was great.
Okay. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that that you'll do it again with me one day.
But yeah, I think the chances of that are high. I'm just, it's one of those things where I don't know how to explain it. I know people believe that is, when we were sitting there talking about the way to tap in and to do those things, and that just had never been a way, and I'm not saying it's the wrong way. I'm just saying that's never a way that I have spoken to God, have chased a relationship with God, and
it's not required.
And I know it's not required, but I'm saying that, I'm not trying to take a side of divisiveness on one way or the other.
Did I ask you to?
No, I'm saying the conversation is, you obviously have felt that way, and I have felt the opposite. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to take that stance of I'll never do it or whatever. I'm just saying that I think everyone has I think there's just different perspectives on it. That's all.
Absolutely. That's why I was just asking your perspective on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of church things, we started the documentary, The Secrets of Hillsong. Mm-hmm. Secrets of Hillsong, right? That's what it's called.
I honestly, I don't know what it's called, but
I think it is called that.
I know it's
on
about
Hulu.
Hillsong. I just remember every time I've watched it, it's you guys have already I had already clicked into it, so I didn't see the.
And I fell asleep 2 times in a row, so we've seen bits and pieces of the first and second episode, but it's interesting so far. I didn't know a lot about Hillsong. I was one of those people that thought they were just a music group. I didn't realize they had started from a church, and then I was like having flashbacks. I did go to Hillsong in New York one time with a friend when we were there for work, and I had completely forgotten about that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and so I feel like I'm learning about it all for the first time. Like, I didn't see anything about it in the news even back when. Did you see stuff about it? Mm-hmm. I had no clue. Like, I wasn't even aware.
Once he was hanging out with Justin Bieber, I knew of him, did a little bit of research, and then from there I was always had always paid attention to him, obviously, because he was the famous pastor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think probably a stretch of 4 or 5 years, he was the most famous pastor on earth. So I never understood, like I said, my experience with church had never been that experience where you have someone up front talking the word, saying the word. And I love receiving the word like that now. Like I said, was never used to it. So it was never anything on my radar. It was just like, okay, that's the famous pastor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hillsong. And I'm like, okay, that must be his church. That's the only thing I ever chalked it up to. And then the next thing I probably saw about him probably 2 years later was this, because he just did disappear. Then all that stuff came out that obviously he was having a relationship outside of his marriage and, you know, all of those things that obviously caused him to leave the church. Yeah. So really
heartbreaking.
And I guess that's the part that we're at in the documentary as well.
I think it's cool that he came on the documentary. I haven't heard much of what he said because I fell asleep last night.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I was up and I listened to it, and prior to that, I told you I had gone on his Instagram, and he had only he had made 3 most recent posts. Like one was of September of last year, and then the most recent one was May 9th. Okay. And he made a post.
We're talking about Carl Lentz.
Carl Lentz. Yeah. The pastor from Hillsong. That was the pastor in the United States. Yeah.
The New York one.
And which I'm very curious to hear too, how this went from Australia and how this came to New York. Like, they planted him in New York, correct? If I understood how they said that.
In the first episode, Carl went to college in Australia with the CEO of Hillsong's son.
Gotcha.
And the son is a musician.
Yep. Gotcha.
So
okay. That's what they were talking about.
He asked them if they wanted to plant a church. So the two of them went. And the son did the music and Carl did the preaching.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's where I then picked up, because I was trying to understand that relationship. I figured it had to be the son or somebody, because the other guy was a little too old, was a lot older. Yeah. But they talked about Carl and I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I might have messed you up. Was it last night when I was asleep?
Yeah. So when you were asleep, they pretty much discussed how he got, once he got there and then came back to the United States, then they kind of talked about how all of that started unfolding, more or less. Like
the swelling of it from the beginning. He did say something interesting there where he was like,
we were talking about Instagram.
You know, it's one of those things where you always knew this day would come, and you always knew this wasn't going to turn out good. Yeah. He's like, then you actually see it happen. So it was like he knew from early on that it was imploding, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing, is they were talking about how it all came out, how it was discovered. And they were talking, I don't know if you saw the part where they said there was 5 people that were higher up in the church that wrote an anonymous letter titled The 5, that they sent this into the church, and they sent it to all of the people in the congregation, and they said, hey, this is what's going on. There is a lot of things that are not of God, that are going on in this church, and we need to see some changes. This is the same time COVID is getting ready to start. This is the same time that George Floyd has then now passed away. So there was a lot of things going on within the church that people were starting to see as a glaring issue. And so then after that, that's when he disappears. Then they said 2 years later, they filmed this documentary, and he made a really great post on Instagram that just kind of said why he did it. And I think and I was thinking about this morning, because when I wanted to talk about this, that him doing the documentary, to me, I know my comments last night about him, I was like, I just don't know if he should have done it. And I was like, just maybe it's a little bit poor form. Like, is he still trying to,
have an image?
Is he still trying to have an image? Is he still trying to? But I think that it was bigger of him to go on it, because everyone else declined to come on. And I think him coming on says, hey, I don't have anything to hide.
I'm not
ashamed. There's nowhere else that I can, there's nothing for me to cover up. And I am absolutely ashamed of what I did, but I also have to own up to it. And then he's like, you do not want to be sitting in this chair. He's like, I promise you that you do not want to be sitting in this chair.
Yeah. He's using it for his testimony. Like, correct. Like he rose and fell, and that is
in 33 seconds. I mean, the highest probably of high to the lowest of low within, not even, Yeah, not even like an hour or two. I mean, as soon as it came out, I think they said he had already put out, he was already leaving the church, was already gone, already out of there.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm interested to hear why he even went down that path. Cause they were starting to talk about when we hung up, or when we turned it off. Like he just said cause he was lying to the woman, but he was telling her his real name. He was just saying, "Don't Google me." Is what.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I was like, what?
I mean, yeah, there's so much there spiritually that
a lot to
can make you do a lot
there.
of things. Not make you do a lot of things, but that are tempting you to do a lot of things. And and so, honestly, it's never that surprising to me when someone falls from a position like that, because it's very easy to start partnering with pride and ego and fame and just worldly things, because it's all being thrown at you.
Yeah. They made the one girl did say something interesting where she was like, he wasn't at the church anymore. Like he was a chaplain for the Knicks, and he was doing this and he was doing that, and he was writing a book. And like, I think you're exactly right. I'll be interested to hear what he has to say, but he for sure became consumed with the image of it, comparative to him just like actually doing what a pastor needs to do. And that is, or what he was sent there to do, was to plant that church, to grow it into, and then help the people of New York, which is the city that, I think can really benefit from him being there. And it just like,
I think none of it's inherently evil. Like writing a book's not evil. Going and like
not at all.
Being the chaplain of the Knicks, that's not evil, right? Or like,
not at all.
But the part where it gets tricky is when you have to ask yourself, am I glorifying myself, or is this to glorify God? Is this to glorify me, or is this to glorify God? And I think that's the tricky line with being in entertainment. And like, I have to ask myself that question all the time.
He exalted himself.
Yeah.
Like he pushed him, like you say, he just pushed himself to the forefront. And
it's like I said, it's easy to do when you're given the opportunities all around you, and you think, well, I started this with good intent, and these things are coming from what I started with good intent. But then it's like I don't know what his experience is, but watching this, and like I said, this being a common thing for people in high positions at churches, it's like you start to lose God's voice in it. Yeah.
I don't want to I want to follow this up tomorrow after we watch more of it, because I don't want to misspeak and then have to retract and go back and go, because I do want to hear what he has to say. Like, I really do want to hear what he has to say, and then I can really make a solid opinion. Right now, I feel like my opinion is just loosely based on right when he entered in. So I'm gonna I'll continue on that.
Sounds good, Mr. Sweater Man, looking fly.
Thank you. I honestly, this still had the tags on it in the closet.
I'm not surprised.
Well, you know what it was is I bought it in the summer, and it was on sale at Nordstrom, and got it, saw it, really liked it, and now I have a reason to actually wear it.
Yeah, fun fact, Jackie shops way more than me, has way more clothes than me.
Not anymore.
Neither one of us really shop anymore, but you still have more clothes than me.
Yes, I do, but that's the only reason being is because I have a lot of vintage clothes. I have things, but I have gotten
shade.
I've gotten rid of quite. I've gotten no shade. I'm saying, I'm still unloading my closet from that I've had in storage for 10 years. So I'm slowly getting rid of that. Tell me about Jackie Miller James. Who's that? Yes.
So Jackie was the influencer that was giving birth and like went into a coma. I don't want to misspeak, but did you hear about that at all?
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
So
all I saw was Jackie.
Let me see. I have it right here. Okay, so she was in a medically induced coma. She suffered a ruptured brain aneurysm at 9 months pregnant, and her daughter was delivered by C-section.
Wow.
James has been transferred to a neurological rehabilitation hospital, her family says. But so this happened, brain surgery and the C-section happened in May. She's now awake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So at 9 months pregnant, just when she happened, it says... Her baby girl was hospitalized in the neonatal intensive care unit for 12 days due to the traumatic nature of her birth. On July 2nd, nearly 1 month after the last update on her condition, James' family revealed in a statement that she is conscious and has been transferred to a neurological rehabilitation hospital. And yeah, they said the doctors have been pleased upon her latest test numbers and evaluations, noting that Jackie is performing above expectations at this stage of her recovering and is progressing more with every passing day. It literally makes me want to cry. While Jackie is making wonderful strides, she has an incredibly long road to recovery ahead of her. The prayers, love, and support from this community are more important than ever as she continues to heal.
God is good, man. It's just, it is amazing to me that there are people out there that they can do brain surgery on someone. Was she still pregnant when they were doing the surgery? She had the baby, then they did the brain surgery.
I'm not.
Because you're saying the aneurysm.
I would imagine that would be the order.
Well, I'm saying the aneurysm happened while she was giving birth?
No, when she was 9 months pregnant.
While she was 9 months pregnant.
But they said the little girl's happy, healthy, and an animated little angel.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad she's good.
It's just so wild. So very happy about that. That was something.
Was she like a famous influencer or something? I don't even know who that is. I didn't see the picture. I
think she had like 50,000 followers at the time, but that's yeah.
Wow.
So
prayers up. That's awesome. That's
or something like that.
Awesome now that she is doing better and she's awake.
Yes.
And she's fully fingers,
alive.
limbs, but fingers, limbs, she's fully functioning. She's not like just sitting there just kind of like awake. She's actually able to function. That's amazing.
Huge blessing.
Whew.
To a more shallow note.
Yes.
The Michael Rubin 4th of July white party.
Did you
happened Tuesday, right? No.
Happened
Monday.
I thought it happened over the weekend. I thought it happened Sunday. Did it happen Monday?
I thought it was Monday. Maybe not.
Your
girl Alex Earl was there.
Yeah. Was she? Mind-boggling.
It's crazy. Like, what?
No, I was just gonna. You go first.
No, you wanted to tell me who Michael Rubin was earlier.
I can. Yeah, I'll definitely can do that. Thought it was funny that there was people on there saying that this is the hardest party to get into of this year.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, that being so, I guess it was to get a +1 also is extremely hard. And they were like, so who in the world, like, how did this person get invited? It doesn't surprise me Alex Earl was there.
Doesn't surprise me either.
At all.
But like she was with Beyonce and Jay-Z, like that's and Kendall Jenner and like all the like
any famous person you can think of was there of the week. I mean,
crazy.
Devin Booker was there. Everyone from James Corden. Yeah, but that's the thing.
Do you think they chit-chatted, Kendall and Devin?
Well, probably. I think they're probably back together. In all honesty. I mean,
or do you think like all day long she was like, I'm just so nervous?
Did you see the place that it was at? Like, did you see the facility, the Hamptons, and so the house, it was like on top, and then I don't know how they did it, but it's like it was like a canopy, and then it was like below ground.
Whoa!
It looked wild. But people were making comments on, well, if Jay-Z and Beyonce was invited, how in the world did
Charlie D'Amelio
get him? Yeah. Honestly, I could justify her. I could justify both of those, the biggest TikTok stars in the world. Yeah,
but we're talking like A-list.
I would say there's a guy from the Celtics, Grant Williams. How did Grant Williams get invited to this? And now, granted, he's in the NBA, but it's like,
isn't it so?
Grant Williams with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and it looked like someone made a comment like,
and J-Lo.
Oh, this is hilarious. Did you see the picture of J-Lo, Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck brought his daughter. She looks identical to Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like the Jennifer Garner.
I just realized his first wife's name is Jennifer and his second wife's name is Jennifer. I just realized that. You never have to worry about mixing up the names.
Do you think, I'm going to ask I don't think this is a toxic question. Do you think that he always loved J-Lo and since she got with Mark, they broke up and she got with Mark Anthony and he just thought it was done and over with and he had let that go? Or do you think that he always in the back of his mind thought that he was always going to get back with J-Lo?
I'm not sure that he thought he would end up getting back with her, but he probably did think about her. He probably did still love her. But I think you can, like still love someone else. Like, I think he still probably loved Jennifer Gardner. We don't want to discredit his love for her, but he probably he probably still had some unresolved feelings for J-Lo.
And
deep inside.
I'd be interested. That's because it's just like they were like the couple.
Yeah.
And then now, all these years later, I wonder how the kids feel.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure it looked like a great relationship. The daughter wouldn't be there if
great,
it was.
Great stepmom to have.
For sure.
Like, I love J-Lo.
Yeah. No question. Yeah, Michael Rubin. So do you know anything about Michael Rubin?
I know he's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire. So he actually became a billionaire in 2000 and So 1998 he sold a company to eBay. So when eBay was going around and buying all these like small e-commerce companies up, they bought his company for 2.8 billion. 2.4 billion.
What company?
The e-commerce platform. So eBay at a time was going around buying all of these e-commerce platforms before they really became eBay. So they bought his company for 2.4 billion, and then it was like during that .com boom whole era thing where people had these .coms and people were selling things online, like Amazon was selling books, and people were facilitating that anyways. And he must have been doing very well. He then ends up using that to he got a stake in the Sixers and the New Jersey hockey team in 2011, sold his stake, and then now he owns Fanatics. So Fanatics is the official licensing partner, NBA, NHL, NFL, and anytime you buy a jersey, hat, anything, typically it probably comes from them.
Wow.
So he has all the licensing for all of that, and now so that's how he's cool with all of these athletes, celebrities.
It's so funny if you think about it. It's like,
seems like a great business guy.
Like the cool kids, like at a party in the hand, like it's just funny.
Yeah.
Like, do any of them really hang out? Probably not. But just because they're famous, they got invited. I just think that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I see what you're saying for sure.
You know, like for me, I'd rather have people I like and care about at my home for the holidays, not just if they're famous, they're invited.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll take the stance on this that I just look more at things as like a networking or business opportunity, and I think like if he wasn't a billionaire, didn't have all these business dealings, then I don't like it. If it was like Dan Bilzerian, I would feel that way, right? I think since it's Michael Rubin, I look at it as more as like a business play where it's like you're gonna do something on the 4th. If you're not gonna be with your family, whatever, why not go and do this and at least connect because with Jay-Z or whoever, because you're still gonna, you're gonna want to have some rapport with them when you want to do something in business. So that would be your opportunity. So I think that's probably why a lot of people went. Like Kendall had all the 818 was there, and it was all 818 sponsored.
I got you.
Yeah,
Moving on.
It looked dope.
Last little current event: Meghan Trainor had her second daughter today.
Shout out
this morning.
What was the name?
I don't think they've said that yet. Maybe. Wait, hold on. On July 1st, but she just posted this morning. Wait, it's a boy. Did I say girl? No, I just said second baby.
Your second baby.
Barry Bruce. That's really cute.
Bruce is cute.
And it's
a strong name.
She said it was on July 1st is when she had him, and it was their 7th year anniversary of their first date.
Wow.
Her and her husband.
So the anniversary baby?
Sweet, right?
That is cute. July 4th too. That's a great day to have a birthday.
It's July 1st.
Oh, July 1st. Well, still July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
You get to have your birthday July 1st, and then you get to pull up and have a full blown July. That could really go.
Dummy.
Is that your word of the week?
Yeah, dummy.
That could go dummy. I haven't heard anybody say that since like
You're
2010.
welcome.
Are you bringing it back? I don't know if I'm a.
You can hold on to it for Freestyle Friday.
I'm probably not gonna borrow it.
No, you can borrow it.
I'm probably not gonna borrow it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably not gonna be saying that goes dummy. But maybe it bring back.
Baby,
I don't want to hate on you.
The time has come.
For what? Salt and pepper, salt and pepper.
For you to get to, no, not for you to tie your beard.
Oh,
for you to get to talk about what you've been doing to talk about.
Hallelujah. All right, so I will. Kyle and Mauricio, the talk of the internet as of yesterday?
Day before,
and I actually got alerted by Lacey, and I thought Lacey was pulling my leg.
Jackie's sister called me to tell me, and luckily I was in a different room, so then I got to have the information for Jackie, which never happened. So I was just like, I was honestly just soaking it up.
And so it was reported that Kyle and Mauricio were separating, or we're having marital problems, and we're separated. They were not that they got divorced. That came out. I don't know what the source was, because I didn't see it until after you told me. So I don't know who actually reported it. And so thankfully they're still together. I want you to give us more of like the in-depth stuff. I did comment on Mauricio's Instagram story when he posted.
Wait, we're not there yet.
Okay, go for it.
Basically, these allegations came out that they were separated and that Kyle was dating Morgan Wade, the country singer.
Mauricio, I never believed it for a second. There was something I did not partner with this at all. I let it play out because I knew something else was bound to come out.
We were shocked. There was shock throughout the household. We were heartbroken, all of the things. But we just couldn't, we were stunned. We couldn't believe it. And so then, I was doing the TikTok deep dive. I was getting all the info and all the theories. And I can see how people got to where they got. But I'm so glad that Kyle and Mauricio shut it down. So yesterday they posted on their Instagram just saying, like, although it's been the toughest year of our marriage, we are not divorced and we're not getting a divorce, basically. And we would just appreciate your privacy. So we should probably give them their privacy. But we're supporters. We're supporters.
But her and the Morgan Wade chick, that was all that was public, because what I'm looking at is Morgan Wade sitting on Kyle Richards' lap, on a private jet somewhere. It's like the math ain't mathing. And then for him to say that they've had issues with,
maybe it could have, that could have been.
I'm not speculating. I'm only saying they had issues within their marriage. That's his word. So they are going to have to, because they are in the public eye. He did say it. So they both posted that. Yeah. Okay. But I'm saying picture. So I'm saying that that's going to have to eventually, at some point, they're going to try to discuss it on Beverly Hills Housewives.
Yeah, I'm just saying
question.
Him and Kyle both posted that statement.
Yeah. So I'm just, so I only saw it with him, but for both of them, I'm saying that they're at least going to have to give some sort of insight, because obviously people are alluding to that.
Signed up for a gossip show. Exactly. And so their whole brand is gossip. But
Correct.
That's not his whole brand. He's obviously a massive real estate agent.
For sure.
But anyways, I think that they will address it at some point. Who knows what caused a rough year marriage? Like, as anyone knows, being married, like, it's a challenge. So they've been together 25 years.
Yeah. Well, and she was also had the whole I'm gonna butcher this, but Ozempic or whatever. Ozempic.
I don't know.
She was battling those allegations.
What? That she was using?
That she was getting too skinny and that she was using that.
No, she was talking about on last season that she had been doing like 2-a-days and just like really enjoying being in the gym. So who knows about that?
But that's what I'm saying, is they're saying that she's not being truthful. And they're saying that she was on that prior to the whole 2-a-day gym thing. They're like, okay, yeah, maybe, but were you also doing this? That could have put,
sped up the process.
And that's been a whole other thing.
Spreading a roomie?
No, that's what I saw. That, just like how you saw about this is what I saw about the Kyle Richards part of it.
I got you.
So I'm just saying, I wonder if that played a part in why they've been having some issues. Who knows?
Because she's
Why are you questioning all my information? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't.
It's just fun.
It is. It's just fun to give me a hard time.
Yes.
24/7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you tired of being picked at?
No, I'm not.
Like a pimple that's just getting redder and redder and not
doesn't want to pop.
Popping.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let it be. I'll stop picking
The
at
pimple's irritated.
Okay. Pimple's not one to pop.
Yeah, exactly. Pimple's saying, just give me a couple days, rub a little aqua on me, let me rise to the surface, and then I'll be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just too ripe right now. I'm like a banana that's really, really green.
Oh my gosh!
You need to set me aside.
Stop!
For days.
You're making me hungry.
You need to nurture me. Let me turn the nice shade of yellow.
Okay, here, come here. Let me nurture you.
Nurture, not patronize.
So that's big news. Avi. Jackie commented on Mauricio's post because Mauricio posted yesterday with Kyle and two of their daughters in, I think, like Colorado or something. Aspen, I think is where they go. Mm-hmm. Not me being a creep, but they do it on the show. They go.
They have a house there.
And just said like happy 4th, and Jackie commented on it.
Well, first of all, you know what? He's a better man than me because I would have never said one word. Like, I'm just the type of person where I'm like, if you want to assume and you want to make the assumption, you can 100% go and do it because people want you to say something. They want you to play into it. So I felt bad that he even felt like he needed to respond. But at the same time, like, I get it. But I did comment underneath it and told him to stop playing with Mauricio first and foremost. Cause they were playing with him in the sense that like his wife was just now moved on to another relationship. So I never believed it. Stop playing my man and stop playing the real.
I never believed it for 1 second. Mauricio.
Yeah. And stop playing with the best house husband
on the market
on, you know, I said stop playing
on the franchise.
On the franchise. Yeah.
That's really nice.
So I just, you know, friend. Like you said, I'm trying to uplift Mauricio. Everyone else want to tear him down, man. I never believed it for a second. I'll be completely honest. I didn't.
Well, we have a couple more Real Housewives news. Well, just really one more news, and then
I think I saw that. You go.
So, Real Housewives of New York Legacy, they just wrapped. It's Luann and Sonia, and they just go to a lake in Illinois. So that should be interesting. It's just the two of them.
A lake in Illinois?
Like Crappy Lake or something? Is that a lake?
Crappy Lake?
That's what I saw. I was like skimming the article.
You have to tell me where in Illinois. Like if it was, because it could have been like they could have went up north past Chicago.
It's just so random.
It is random.
And it just is giving that. It's giving.
It was just those two that did the show?
Yes. It's giving like, hey, this is unfair that y'all fired us and got a new cast. Give us something to do. Because Real Housewives in New York completely wiped their cast and they're starting over. I don't know when it airs, but I'm so excited.
Yes.
So Luann and Sonia went down to the lake.
Maybe that's like going out to the pasture, like, you know, and like they get their final time to like go get the fresh air and all that before they.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. I highly doubt Luann and Sonia are going for walks to get fresh air down in Illinois.
No, I'm saying like when you say take an animal out to the pasture, so when the animal's on its last leg, so before it gets thrown in, before it gets, you know,
oh my God,
turned into dinner. Girl, you from Louisiana. You supposed to know.
I know what you're talking about now. I'm just laughing because I didn't put two and two together.
So I'm saying that they took them out to the lake in Illinois to have their last thing of fresh air before their
last walk. Oh my gosh. You're not wrong.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. I highly doubt this gets re-upped for a second season.
I'm having trouble even getting up the thing to watch it.
No.
Be complete, I mean, those aren't even my two favorite. Like Sonia's just I mean, they're cool, but like I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
This new New York season though.
No, I know.
Like this is a thing that they need to do with Atlanta, and this so Atlanta, I think, needs to be worried. And in Miami, and the thing is like Miami was already there, so they took them like they had already gone out to pasture. They're getting ready to. They're next. Atlanta's next up, and then it's Potomac after that. Well, no,
I think Orange County.
Orange County, sorry. So Atlanta, then probably Orange County.
Which comes out tonight.
Or Orange County, they got to get rid of Orange County. I'm sorry. I'm fed up. What I was going to say is that the formula for Miami is the formula that they use for New York, that they are mixing. Like there are some seasoned vets in there, but they've sprinkled in now this young crowd that's in the scene in New York doing
Youngish.
the thing. They got Nicole energy that they can just come. They can kind of walk in and
they're like 40s.
Exactly. So I feel like that's what Atlanta needs, because I just feel like Atlanta has so much young, poppin', dope people down there that I feel like they could get such good characters and like such good storylines, because I know for a fact that they're like with the professional teams down there, with like they for sure all the music artists that are down there, they could really do. Atlanta could be the best. They're BSing right now.
Yeah.
So
gotta know when to move on.
Gotta know when to move on.
Well, thank you for podcasting with me this morning.
Of course. I didn't feel like today was. I didn't feel like today I gave my best. I feel like I was lagging a little bit, but I appreciate you.
Sometimes you just gotta ride the wave of what the day is.
Yeah.
And this is just the vibe today.
I feel positive about it. I'm just like, maybe we just got out of a rhythm because of our 2-day thing, and
No. We did good.
We did good. Okay, cool.
You did good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then they just missed us so much they wouldn't even care what we were talking about or what our rhythm was like.
They were chomping at the bit for us to get back here, huh?
Yeah, they literally couldn't even stand it.
I love it.
So happy Wednesday, you guys.
Happy Wednesday, guys.
Enjoy Kardashians and Real Housewives of OC tonight.
Yes.
Let us know if y'all start The Secrets of Hillsong.
Yep.
Apparently we're just a TV podcast now. But I'm also still reading Return of the Gods, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Highly recommend that.
I'm starting Purpose Driven Life again.
That's right.
So I'm doing that currently.
If you're in a place with your faith that you just don't know, like you don't know if you want to go all in, you don't even know if you really like believe, you don't know how you feel, I highly recommend Purpose Driven Life.
My gosh.
Well, no. Let me finish. It's a book that I read like once a year because it's such a good reset and just like good basis for your faith, like to help you just kind of recalibrate. And so I highly recommend it to everyone. But yeah, it's a 40-day challenge. So you read like 2 pages a day. It'll say day 1, day 2, day 3. And it just kind of, like I said, recalibrates. So yeah, if you're just feeling like you want an oomph. But like I said, my goal is to read it once a year as just a reset. Yeah.
So, well, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow the Instagram page. Instagram page is really growing right now.
The Instagram's popping.
Yeah, Instagram,
like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Instagram is popping right now, and I think it's just what we really have seen now. The vision kind of come to life. Everyone knows, like when you're first starting Instagram page, it's like you never know how that is gonna how your vision's gonna translate over to social media so that people can see it. Because I feel like now Instagram page is like, what is the first thing when somebody says a name? You go straight. It's almost like Google. You go straight to punch it in and see. Yeah. And get to catch the vibe, and you only get one chance to do that before somebody either follows or doesn't follow, because they're not going to come back unless they really mess with you. Right. So for all the people that have done that, I'm just so super I know Lacey and me are super appreciative that you guys have chosen to follow us in the crazy journey, the crazy journey of the Washat podcast. So thank you guys.
For Rizzle.
Yeah, for Rizzle.
Go dummy on your Wednesday.
For Rizzle and dummy.
We'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning.
Love you guys. Yep, bye-bye.
Wish me luck on my fast. Okay, bye.